Welcome to another video tutorial on AMPcms. This video tutorial is on our text editor, also known as a WYSIWYG editor. You might notice the text editor in many applications of AMPcms, so you can reference this video when you encounter them. So let's get started. First we're going to talk about the bottom row. These features will be very common to you if you've used other text editors like Microsoft Word or OpenOffice. To apply your formatting, first you want to highlight the text you want to add the formatting to, and then select your formatting options. You got bold, italic, underline, and strike through. You can also add in numbered list items like you see here, and bullet list items like you see here. To indent a list item, just select the item and then click on the indent button. You can also revert back. To separate your content, you can use a horizontal line. First you need to place your icon where you want the line to go, and then select the horizontal line button. To add color to your text, you want to first highlight the text you want to add the coloring to, and then come up to the text color button. Here you'll see some presets that you can use. You can also click on the More options, which will give you more variety. You can also type in your own color, which allows you to put a hexadecimal value or generic names. You can highlight your text by adding a background color. First select your text and go to the background color option, and then select your color. You can also change the font of your text. First select the text and then go to the font drop-down. There's only a few options, but these options are most compatible with all the browsers today. You can also change the font size. To align your text, first select the text you want to add the alignment to, and then go to the Justify buttons over to the right. You have Left Justify, Center, Right, and Block Justify. Block Justify makes your content look more published. All the advanced functions are in the top row. The first one is the Includes button. This will allow you to include functions from other modules into your content. First thing you want to do is place your icon where you want the function to go. Then click on the Includes button. From here you'll see a list of all the modules that are installed in your system. Each one may contain plugins and widgets. Widgets are much smaller than plugins and are useful in smaller areas like sidebars and in the footer of your content. For this example, we're going to select the blog posts. You can include multiple functions in your content. You can also include company settings from the Settings module. In order for the functions to be rendered, you'll need to view them from the front end of the website, as they won't render in the text editor. And if you want to edit each of the functions, you'll need to go to the corresponding module to edit them. As an example, to edit the event calendar, you'll need to go to the Events module. To edit the blog posts, you'll need to go to the Blog module. And in order to edit settings, you'll need to go to the Settings module. You can reorganize the functions just by dragging them in different locations. You can also drag them in content. The next button is for template layouts. Be careful, as selecting a template will overwrite your content in the text editor. For this example, we're going to use the staggered images. Now that you have the layout you want, you can go in and replace the content with your content. Each placeholder image has instructions on how to replace them and remove them. The next buttons are for pasting. The first one is to paste as plain text. Pasting your content in here will remove all formatting from the text. Then you can click OK. The next one is to paste from Word. Microsoft Word and Outlook adds a lot of unnecessary characters to your web content that aren't necessary for web pages. As an example here, I have a Word document. I'm going to go ahead and copy my content. Then go back to the admin panel. Now you want to paste your content into the Paste from Word box, and then click OK. This will ensure that your pages render properly with different browsers. It is always recommended when you're copying content from Microsoft Word, Outlook, or other text editors that you use the Paste from Word function. The next button is the spell checker. This is a free service, so you'll see some ads at the top, but it'll search through your content and give you suggestions that you can change to. Once you've gone through your content, you can click Finish Checking. The next button is the Find and Replace. This allows you to search through your content for specific words, or you can replace them with others. The next button allows you to insert tables into your content. From the table's properties, you can select how many rows and columns you want to use. Then click OK. And here you can type in your content. You can also resize your table. To edit the table, just right-click on the table and go to Table Properties. From here you can change the border size from 1 to 0. You still might notice a line, but it won't show up on the live website. You can also remove cells and rows. Now your content is in 2 columns. To delete the table, just right-click on it and go to Delete Table. The next button allows you to insert and edit links into your content. The first thing you want to do is highlight the text you want to add a link to. Then come up to your Insert and Edit Link button. Now you can add in the URL that you want to add a link to. For this example, I'll use Google, and then click OK. Now you have a link that will redirect people to Google's website. To edit a link, just right-click on it and go to Edit Link. You can also add links to your internal pages on your website. The first thing you want to do is actually go to your website, click on the page that you want to link to, and then in the address bar, copy the URL. Go back to your admin panel and paste in the URL. And then click OK. You can also edit the text in the link. You can also add links to documents. First, highlight the text you want to add the link to. Go back to your Insert and Edit Link button, and instead of putting in a URL, you want to go up to the Upload tab. Here you can browse your computer for a PDF or a Word document. Then select the document and click Open. From here you'll need to make sure you click on the Send it to the server. This will upload your file to the website. Then click OK. Now you have a link to a PDF document. If you need to update the document, you can right-click on the link, go to Edit Link, and re-upload the document again. Select the document and click Open, and then send it to the server again. Then click OK. To remove a link from the text, you can right-click on the text and go to Remove Link. To completely remove a link, just highlight it and click the Delete button. The next button is for inserting and editing images. First thing you want to do is place your icon where you want the image to go. Then click on the Insert and Edit Image button. If you know what the URL is, you can paste it in here, something you might have gotten from PhotoBucket or other websites. If you want to upload the image from your computer, click on the Upload tab and then click on Browse. Then browse your computer for an image. Select the image and click Open. Make sure you click on the Send it to the server first. And then you can click OK. This window gives you a preview with some options that you can configure. For right now, we're just going to click OK. Now that your image is added to the content, you can go ahead and resize it by clicking on it and then dragging the corners in. To edit the image, you can right-click on it and go to Image Properties. From here, you can add a border to the image. I'm going to put 1 pixel for the border. Click OK. Now you have a border around your image. If we go back to the Image Properties, you can also add a link to the image. For this example, we'll link it to Google. And then click OK. You can also add text to the right of the image. You'll notice that the text is at the bottom. In order to get the text to wrap to the side of it, you'll need to right-click on the image, go to Image Properties, and with the Align drop-down, you want to select Left, and then click OK. Now the text is at the top, and you can wrap text to the side of it. You can also align the image to the right. To delete an image, just click on the image and click the Delete button. You can also add YouTube videos to your content. First thing you want to do is place your icon where you want the YouTube video to go. Then you need to upload your videos into YouTube. Once you've done that, you can click on the YouTube button. From YouTube, you'll need to copy in the URL from your YouTube video, and then paste it in here. So let's go to YouTube and get a video. Once you click on the video, you can come up to the address bar and copy the URL. Then you can paste it in here. And then click OK. From here you can resize your video. Videos won't show in the text editor, but they will show up on the live website once you save the page. To remove the video, just click on the video and press the delete button. The next button is for embedding code. Some websites like Facebook, PhotoBucket, YouTube, and Vimeo will give you embed code. And here you can place your code. And then click OK. It'll add your code to the content. The next button is for undoing and redoing. Whenever you save your content and you reopen your content, you won't be able to undo your changes. For that reason, you'll need to use the History button. The History button stores all your previously saved content. This allows you to revert back to a previous date. You can always go back to your current version by selecting the top one. Sometimes there is a limit to how many characters you can put in the text editor. The next button tells you how many characters you have left to put in the content. This will count down as you're putting in new content. The character counter shows you how many characters you have left in HTML code. That means even though you have a certain amount of characters that are showing, this numbers might not be the same. And that's because any formatted text will take up more characters than normal. And some text editors may have a smaller limit. The next button is the SEO guide. Clicking on this button will give you some suggestions on how you can optimize your content for search engines. There is an advanced video on the SEO guide that goes over each suggestion and shows you how you can optimize your content for search engines. The last function is the source button. This converts the text to the HTML view. If you know HTML, this could be quite handy. For those of us who don't, we'll want to go back to the text formatted view. This concludes the text editor, also known as the WYSIWYG editor, video tutorial. Thanks for watching.